But I think about when I was in kindergarten in the 80s, and oh boy, they just let you do whatever. I have a picture of me at 5 years old in kindergarten class, and I am holding a hammer and nails. I mean, first off, somebody should have taught me how to use them. But I'm like, why am I holding a hammer and nails? Were we practicing hammering? Was the teacher just like, all right, class, we're gonna build some shelves for the classroom, and then afterwards, maybe a nice bench for my garage? That's bonkers. Imagine your 5-year-old right now, they cannot color inside of a giant circle, but you are gonna hand them a large, heavy hammer and hope that they can hit this itty-bitty tiny nail. No, but that's the kind of stuff that they would do in the 80s. I mean, recess alone was like Godspeed. You were on your own. I mean, think about it. Our favorite game, dodgeball. You were taking a large, heavy ball and you were pummeling each other in the face as hard as you can. That's where we had to learn the Matrix. To keep from getting our teeth knocked in. That game did come in handy for me a little bit later on in high school. I dodged a couple balls, not many. Never caught one. It was actually Red Rover that would get the most intense. You guys remember Red Rover? You get in a line with your friends and you'd lock arms. Your other friends would get in a line across from you and they'd lock arms. And then you'd yell, hold the line! Hold the line! Like we're Braveheart. You're staring your friends down from across the field. Your only objective is to run as hard as you can right towards that line, and they just want to break your arm. And then all you want to do is when they're running towards you, you want to grab your neighbor's arm, you want to pull your arms up, and then you just want to crush their clavicle. And then you start taunting each other. You go, Red Rover, Red Rover. You send that little bitch Timmy right on over. Timmy gets that look in his eye. He starts running as hard as he can. We're like, hold the line! Here he comes. We grab each other's arm. We pull our line up. Now Timmy's crashed to our line. Now our arm's dangling from the socket. Right, did we win? Did we hold the line? Your teacher's not doing anything. She's over there on the blacktop just smoking a Virginia Slim. Having some sort of midlife crisis. She's like, they don't pay me enough to care about that. The PE equipment was insane. We had merry-go-rounds. They're metal death traps. They were only fun if you would spin them 60 miles an hour, and then we would try and run and jump on them while they're moving. It's like trying to jump on the hood of a moving vehicle, but there was nowhere to land. There was already 20 friends in a nook just going around. Couldn't touch anything because it's 135 degrees in the sun. Inevitably, one friend would fall off, get trapped. Ah! Bleeding from the kneecap down. We're trying to get our teacher's attention. She's like, 20 more minutes. This is me time. And because I'm from North Carolina, we used to play with tires. Yeah, I'm talking about tires that fell off of a Mack truck, rolled into the elementary school parking lot. Our administrators are like, well, we don't got much of a budget, so we'll figure out something to do with these old things. These were large tires. You stand them up, they're this tall, like 75 pounds, hollow in the middle. We had a hill in the back of our elementary school. So it was our teachers who had to push these tires up that hill, just so angry, just pushing them up there. They're like, I have a master's in education. We ran up there. We took our little 5-year-old bodies and we would... We got into the middle of these tires. Our friend would take their 5-year-old buddy, get in the other one. Then it was our teachers who would get behind each tire and get momentum. All right, you little fuckers. Get ready for the ride of your life. And then they pushed us down a hill. We got speeds of like 20 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour. There's no handle. You're just like, ah! We crashed into a brick wall, flew out of the tire, vomited. Your teacher came down the hill, put her cigarette out on your forehead. She'd be like, recess is dismissed. In fact, school's dismissed. I gotta go meet my man friend who I connected with via the newspaper. And that was recess in the 80s.